Is this thing on? Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Ayo Reacts, and today we're going to be getting into Lake Lanier. That was hard for me to say. But anyways, we're going to be talking about Lake Lanier. And if you haven't heard about this lake, I suggest you do your homework. I have put together a few stories of people's personal experiences about the lake, so you can get a bit of a little understanding about the lake and the real history of this lake. So with all that being said, please comment, like, and subscribe to the channel and enjoy some of these cool videos with me. All right, let's get into it.
Heard of Oscarville, Georgia? But what if I told you that Oscarville, Georgia is the most haunted location in all of America? Well, in the early 1900s, Oscarville was a thriving black town, very similar to Tulsa, Oklahoma. Well, just like Tulsa, there were some people from the other persuasion who didn't necessarily like that there were so many black folks doing so good. Oscarville, unfortunately, was located in one of the most infamous counties in all of Georgia. And if you're black from Georgia, you know exactly what I mean when I say you stay the hell out of Forsyth County. In 1912, Oscarville suffered from a series of racially motivated riots. So residents were threatened to either sell their land or die. Now, the history books will tell you that the people of Oscarville were bought out of their land and they left fairly. That's a fucking lie, bro. It wiped out the entire town, destroyed it. So I know you may be asking, well, what happened to Oscarville? Where did it go? It's still there. It's just buried underneath a 38,000 acre man-made lake called Lake Lanier, aka the real Camp Crystal Lake. First of all, since 1994 alone, there have been 200 people who have died at Lake Lanier. Most of them drowned. You think that's crazy? That's not even scratching the surface. Because ever since the lake was open, there have been a total of 700 deaths, bro. For some strange reason, people still keep going there. I don't know why. It's funny because as somebody from Georgia, we used to always say somebody should make a horror movie about Lake Lanier because clearly that shit's haunted. Just when you thought it would never happen, here comes Lanier, an independent film telling the real truth about Oscarville, Georgia, and what happened there. See, in the movie, a detective heads to the lake for a family getaway until he gets a call about a mysterious drowning. As he's learning about the history of the lake, he's real skeptical. He ain't really believing it. What's done in the dark always come to the light, and he eventually found out the truth. This movie is definitely important to the culture of Georgia, and it's important to the history of black people in this country. Y'all know Black Wall Street in Tulsa was bad. That was a terrible thing that happened, but at least people know about it. Oscarville, Georgia, no one knows. The history was buried, just like the city was, underneath a damn lake. Ask any of your friends from Georgia, they'll tell you, we don't fuck around with Lake Lanier, bro. Next time somebody brings up this lake, just remember who told you the real history about it.
I tried to stitch this lady video, but TikTok didn't let me, but I'm gonna still tell my story, okay? This is about Lake Lanier, 6 to 7 years ago. I went, my friend invited me. I didn't know these people, but I went anyway. It was good vibes, right? It was like one of those days where it's like too perfect, like scary perfect. Like everything was just flowing. We on yachts, we drinking, Hennessy, like we cheersing. It gets so good, people start jumping in the water, y'all. This one things go for a turn. So it's like 4 people in there. Everybody gets out except for this one girl. She's swimming or whatever. And she starts to struggle and look at us. And we're like, oh my God, she's drowning. Like, somebody help her. So this one guy, he's pretty lit. But he's like, nah, I swim real good, blah, 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 blah. All right. So he jumps in. So we thinking, okay, he gonna save her. And he does, okay? He does save her. She gets back on the boat. But he didn't get back on the boat. And I'm like, what's going on? I kid you not. There's a button down there at Lake Lanier. Like a little button that they push. It must be cameras. Because, baby, when I say people drown at a certain time, and that water was just swirling so hard, more than ever. And it was that one little area. Something's going on down there. So he's swimming. We throw him a donut. We like, come on, get back, get back. He's missing the donut because the water's so hard. It's swirling, literally like a tornado. Do you know this man did not come back up from the water? We call the police immediately. They come an hour and a half later. Are you crazy? That boy is way gone under the water. I don't know where that water took him, but he never came back up. His baby moms was there. His sister was there. That man was loved, and I never told that story because I always felt like it felt like a dream, and it felt like unreal, and I couldn't believe that I was there to see a man to watch someone go underwater and not come up. It's life-changing. I'm sorry, but I always felt differently about water ever since then. And I never told that story. I don't even know if I told my family that story because I think I did, but I didn't go into depth of how it made me feel. That shit right there, you gotta stay away from Lake Lanier. Like, for real. It's not for us. It's a setup.
Okay, so everybody wants to hear my story as to why I do not allow my sons to get into Lake Lanier. as a child. As a child, we were not allowed to get in Lake Lanier either. I had a brother whose name was Sammy Williams. He was one of the top recruited running backs back in the early 80s, 83, 82, during the Herschel Walker era that ever existed. He had D1 scholarships to anywhere really in the U.S. where he could have went. Anyway, he was away in college, and he came home his freshman year to see us. We were so excited. And on a Saturday, May the 19th, 1984, Sammy left going jogging, and he was supposed to have come back and to spend time with me, my twin, and two of my cousins. And that day never came. Sammy went swimming with friends in Lake Lanier, that we've a part of Lake Lanier called Holly Park, and we don't really know what happened. Sammy was expert swimmer, taught every last one of us how to swim. We don't know what happened. However, that is the reason why my kids cannot get in Lake Lanier. Sammy got in Lake Lanier and never came out, not breathing. He was maybe 10 feet from shore, and that's where the rescue people found him. Under Lake Lanier, there's houses, there's trees. To get into Lake Lanier and to see your hands is not visible because there's so much debris and there's houses. When Oscarville, they ran black people out of Oscarville, which is in Forsyth County, years ago, and a lot of the black people migrated to that part of Hall County. They flooded that part of Hall County to make room for the dam. And so a lot of the building structures and the trees and the houses, they're still under there. So to get in Lake Lanier, you enter at your own risk, but it's always been off for my kids. And I'm petrified for any child to get in there now. It doesn't matter. So if you're in this area, never get in Lake Lanier.
Out this lake called Lake Lanier. I don't know if you remember that. It's in Georgia.
Is that the one with like a bunch of cemeteries that they turned into like a river or something like that?
No. It actually wasn't even a bunch of. It wasn't a cemetery.
It was a whole city, right?
It was a whole city before.
Yeah.
It was like a city with predominantly black
people. Yeah.
The city in general, or the people that were the head of whatever, they wanted to turn it into a lake, that whole area. And instead of letting these people know, they just flooded the whole.
That's crazy.
So people believe that this lake is haunted.
For sure,
Nigga, this lake has caught so many bodies after the fact of all this shit. And there's even been so many crazy reports. I already told you, like, they said they'll see, like, at night, if you go hella late, you'll probably around and see, like, a girl or some woman or something walking along the lake. Or people said if you go and you're swimming in the lake and you go underwater, like, you submerge yourself, you can sometimes hear, like, a church bell. And there was a church over there in that point in time.
That's crazy.
So recently, this was like last week type shit, bro. This 24-year-old dude, he goes and he jumps into the lake to just go swimming, and for some weird reason,
never comes out.
Dude, he got electrocuted.
What the
Where did that come from?
We're barely in June. Like, June is fresh out the box. We're not even in the June teens, and we already have 2 people who have drowned under mysterious circumstances at Lake Lanier in the course of a week. 76-year-old man, Jim, went out to lunch with his golf cart. He was missing for 9 hours. Golf cart was found near a dock. His shoe was floating in the water, and he was found drowned in 13 feet of water. 13 feet. Jim, like, you know what? The ancestors are pissed. I told y'all that water park was going to be the death of y'all. That water park is the biggest slap in the face since just creating Lake Lanier in the first place. And if you're old enough, and I don't think it's a coincidence that they're both elderly, if you were old enough to remember when they were talking about possibly creating Lake Lanier, or you remember someone that you older than you talking about, I remember when Lake Lanier wasn't here, you in danger, girl. It's the most polluted lake in Georgia. Y'all still want to go, though. It's filthy. It's filthy. There are literally dead bodies at the bottom. There's a graveyard under there. There's an actual graveyard, and there is a site, you know, Oscarville, Georgia. Let's just say that. This is just the beginning. The ancestors were not fun around this summer. I told y'all.
And to add insult to injury, this lake is building a water slide called Apocalypso. And I've learned over the years, one thing people gonna have, they may not have money, they may not have passion, but one thing they will have is audacity. At all times. At an all-time high.
Now, in my 40th year on this planet, I've learned to polish my southern dialect just so it can be more globally understood and accepted, right? But let me tell y'all something. I'm from Georgia. I don't know one person who's been in Lake Lanier's water. I know people who've been to Lake Lanier. Hell, I'd have been to Lake Lanier, but I ain't getting in the water. I ain't put a toe in that water. I'm not walking in the water. I'm not jumping in the water. And I damn sure ain't finna slide into that water. If you know, you know. And if you don't know, when you're done watching this video, go to TikTok search, type in Oscarville, Georgia, come back to the comments and let me know what you found. Got me all the way.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, Mom?
Oh, nothing much.
All right, all right.
Sitting here,
Huh?
sitting here with the boots.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Babysitting?
Yeah.
So, Ma, I was calling to tell you that we were planning the trip back up there, but we, Lake Lanier got this new water slide, this little water park. We were trying to see if everybody, we all go up there and chill.
To Lake Lanier? It's
Yeah.
the water park on solid ground?
Yeah, I mean, of course they're building the water park, but yeah, it's just a new water. It's called the Apocalypso. It's the new water slide.
Yeah, no, I would go there. I'm just not going in Lake Lanier, but I'll go to I'll go to Lake Lanier. I'm not going in Lake Lanier. And the water park better not be close to Lake Lanier, because then that's questionable too.
Hey, what up? You at work?
Hey, what's up? No, I just left.
Oh, okay. Hey, I was letting you know that we was about to come up there because Lake Lanier got this new water slide. Just trying to see if y'all wanted to hit up there.
When, today?
No, I'm just saying when we come up there, probably in like a week or two.
You said where now?
At Lake Lanier, they just got a new water slide. It's called like the Apocalypso, so we was gonna go.
No. Hell no. I know you seen that video. Wind that one up real quick, bitch. I heard you right. Yo.
Hey, where would you sleep?
Chill.
Oh, okay. Hey, man, so we was thinking about in like a couple weeks, I don't know, we was thinking about coming up there because, Lake Lanier got the new water slide, Apocalypso. We was thinking about going. You trying to roll?
Okay. Yeah, I'm down.
You down to, oh, okay. So you gonna go in the water and everything?
Absolutely not.
Man said, I'll go. I'm not getting in that water, though.
Wow, so you guys seen it for yourselves. So pretty much just do not go down to Lake Lanier. And if you do go there, do not touch the water. Don't touch anything that has to do with it, because those spirits out there are looking for revenge. And quite frankly, I don't think I blame them. So, and guys, get this. Supposedly, I have read a couple articles where they're talking about this lake drying up. And if that is the case, can you imagine the things that we would see down there? I mean, I've read articles from people talking about whole football fields down there. Street lights, cars. I mean, you gotta understand here, when these people put this dam over it, it's kind of like frozen in time in a sense. So yeah, it's gonna be crazy the things that you would see. But leave your comments down below and let me know, would you visit this lake? Would you dip a toe in this lake?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Do you even live by this lake? I want to know your experience and your thoughts on this topic. So drop it down below. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe to the channel for more videos like these or some other videos that's up your alley. Until next time, guys, I'm out.
Lake Lanier, that shit not a lake. Under it was a black community. Most of these lakes made the cover of ever. Y'all swimming in graveyards, gotta be losing. Seneca Village, a black town up in New York, where black people own all their properties. They tore it down and put up Central Park. It was hitting on us the whole time. What the fuck? Coward Leaguer, Blacktown in Alabama destroyed. Now it's Lake Martin, Santa, another town under that lake. It was Black Wall Streets, we could never be great. Vanport, Oregon, another black town got flooded. Now that shit Delta Park. Where's our reparations? What the hell? These crimes need a punishment worse than jail. Born in Baltimore, Maryland, a community that was black ran. And guess what them niggas put over it? I goddamn damn. I know it's a black town under the Hoover. I know it's a black town under Lake Mead. I know it's a black town under all these goddamn lakes. And the dead niggas stoking out breed. Got my ancestors under the sea. Got my ancestors spirit on trees. Where the fuck is my goddamn money? Y'all paying these taxes, but what about me, bitch? Come apart too, cause I cannot let out. Is it just too much fuckery?